Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who know me, welcome back. And for those of you who don't, I'm Pia and I'm your host for all things luxe. On today's video, I've got the part 2 of the Uruguay Punta del Este vlog, as you will have guessed from the title of this video. And I'll be taking you around while we do a little bit of luxury shopping, show you some of my favorite places where to eat, hang out, have a couple of drinks, do a little bit of shopping, and just share with you my birthplace while visiting friends and family in between. I've just finished getting ready and I was about to decide if I should wear my little Longchamp handbag, which I got last year, or if I should wear my blue Picotan to go out for lunchy time. We're about to go to Narbona, which is one of my favorite places. I stand corrected. It's one of my favorite brands here, particularly for dulce de leche. I think they make the best dulce de leche in the world. I am quite literally obsessed with it. And now we're heading to their wine lodge, which is a combination of restaurant and I think they might have a little bit of an exteriors area where we can hang out and show you a little bit around of what the Uruguayan countryside in Punta del Este looks like, which to me is a place in the world that's very dear to my heart. I am a big fan of this area. I am currently staying by the beach, which is actually where I grew up, but we did go on weekends to the countryside home, which resembles quite a bit to the area that I'm going to be taking you to now. So without any further ado, let's choose a bag and let's get going. I'm just waiting for Tristan to come downstairs, but I thought I'd use the time to share with you the earrings I'm wearing today. You might have caught them at the Maison Lorette fashion show. I actually lent these earrings for the bridal final closing look of the show. I've decided to wear them today. These are actually the earrings that I commissioned for my own wedding. And since we're having a little bit of a romantic date happening today, I thought it was the perfect occasion to put them back on. Oh, there's Mr. Looking all lovely. Ended up going for the Longchamp little handbag. I thought it married really, really nicely with the belt I'm wearing today. Now we're ready to go. 20 minutes ride and we're at Narbona. It is at the beginning of the countryside area right off from Punta del Este. There's quite a bit of noise around us, so I'm hoping I'll be able to turn that off and that way you'll be able to see my little outfit of the day. So today I am wearing the Longchamp handbag, which I ended up picking. This was a gift from Tristan last year and I'm very much enjoying to wear it on this holiday since he got it for me at the end of summer last year and I didn't get much wear out of it yet. And I paired it with the Kelly belt from MS. I've got a little linen dress and I've got my new MS dad sandals. And then regarding jewelry, you've seen that already. The rest of my jewelry is my everyday one, but as a seasonal or special piece today, I've got my wedding earrings. I've put my hair up a little bit because it's quite humid today and I'm feeling like in a couple of minutes I'll be the Lion King, but we'll see how it goes. Now let's go get some lunchy. Back in 19,009, they opened this place. Initially, it was the same family that owns it today, obviously a couple of generations after. And they started to create dulce de leche, they created cheese, and they also have a local winery. This is another area of it in which they're getting ready for a wedding tomorrow. So we're going to have a little bit of a sneak peek at the decor that they're preparing for the happy couple tomorrow. It's all divided into this kind of like intimate, low sitting areas and living rooms, all of them with a lovely, almost endless, very pampa style sightings. More of this type of living rooms and beautiful floral arrangements. And this is what the wedding will look like tomorrow. Look at all the disco balls. I'm obsessed. It's the perfect combination of vintage and modern. Such a beautiful place to get married and have a nice dance floor dancing party. You can see they're still setting it up, but the tables all look so gorgeous. Look at this massive arrangement with wine bottles. Oh my goodness, this has to be one of the most beautiful places in my town. There's also a lot about the history of the city where I grew up as well. Such a stunning place. This is going to be a massive wedding, and they're still preparing more tables that way. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is giving me some ideas to celebrate our, what is it, fifth year anniversary this year. Can you imagine a wine tasting in here? This is absolutely stunning. And then from another angle in here, my maternal grandparents' flooring is like that as well. And I find that to be so beautiful. Are you enjoying yourself here, hubby?
Very beautiful place. I really recommend it.
You highly recommend it?
Yeah.
Very romantic as well, isn't it? And now we're heading to their store. They have local produce in here. Oop. We are just heading back home. We had the most delicious lunch and dessert. Obviously, dessert is part of lunch, but on this occasion, dessert deserves a whole other visit. I mean, it was absolutely exquisite. Some of you who have been here for some time will definitely know that I am a big fan of Narbona dulce de leche. But on this occasion, oh my goodness, a crepe done with this type of dulce de leche, and then they put it inside of an oven of one of those ¿cómo se dice? Barro soil ovens. Sorry, it looks like I drive like a grandma, but we have so many radars in here, and the fines go to around 600 euros. I don't want to be getting fined, especially on my little rental car. But yeah, honestly, we really enjoyed ourselves in there. The intimate sofa atmosphere was wonderful, really romantic. And then you're kind of in this colonial style. The music was very lovely as well. That's why we were talking and describing the food in there, because there was actually music and, you know, copyrights. But we actually had one of our best meals. For you, is it in your top what?
Top 3.
Top 3?
Yes, especially for the lamb.
The lamb was exquisite. Oh my goodness.
I don't usually like.
Yeah, you don't order it very often.
But this time it was delicious.
I know, it was so good, and they cooked it for about 8 hours initially in one type of cooking, and then they pass it on to this other oven, so it's all crispy on the outside, but it's like so soft on the inside that you could just flick it like that with your fork, and then it would completely, you know, dismantle itself. Oh my goodness. Both of the pieces of lamb that we were each served had kind of a different sauce. One was this kind of caramelized, I don't know if it was an onion or some type of marmalade or something on the sweeter end. It was definitely a little bit fruity. And then the other one had what I would think is a mix of adobo, which is kind of like some green herbs mix that we do in here in Uruguay to put on the meat or food like the one we had, which was the lamb. Sweet potatoes were delicious. Everything's local food. Everything's prepared by them. Even the bread was homemade, which was so good. I am so pleased we actually took the time to go there, and they ended up inviting us to come over another day to get sort of a historical tour of the place, a guided tour. That would be lovely. We're gonna see if we can fit it on the agenda, because honestly we still have a couple of friends and family to see for the first time, a couple of other people that I still want to repeat, like grandparents, dad, sister, all that jazz. And today we have one of my girlfriends coming to stay with us. So we're heading there to the apartment to see her. We're doing our last night at the apartment today. And then tomorrow we are moving to my dad's beach house, which he's lending us for our last week in here while he stays at the countryside. So that's going to be lovely as well. We are back from a delicious lunchy time, as you might have seen, and I thought I'd share with you some very generous goodies I just received from Todo Perfumeria. This is a place that sells all luxury skincare, makeup, fragrance, and just beauty brands all together. It's my favorite go-to place when it comes to getting this type of brands that I'm going to share with you here in Uruguay, and we can find them in Punta del Este now. They've just arrived at my birth city, which makes me even happier. They do same-day delivery, and most importantly, they carry all of those brands that I just love using, such as Chanel, Sisley, Guerlain. We'll get into it in just a second, but yeah. Before I get into it, a big thank you to them for contacting me and taking the time to do a selection for me. The first thing I want to share with you is actually from Guerlain. To be honest with you, I do come a couple of months a year to Uruguay, sometimes one, sometimes two every year. And if I'm ever out of my favorite French brands, I know that they'll carry them, which to me is absolutely perfect. And they also do same-day delivery. From them, I'm just opening this with you. So this is just as surprising as it is to me as it is to you. They've sent the Mandarin Basilic Aqua Allegoria Eau de Toilette. How gorgeous is that bottle? Let's test it out. I am perfumed already, as per usual, since early morning, but it's very fresh and spring-summer, I would say. Fresh, a little bit citrusy, a little bit floral, and mainly herbal fragrance. Smells like walking down a greenhouse dressed in a feminine dress. I don't know if that paints the picture to you. Love this one. From Guerlain as well, they've sent a lipstick. This one's La Teinte de Rouge à Lèvres. Oh, that's definitely up my alley. Those of you who are regulars here know that this is definitely up my alley. I guess for the holder of it, you get something else. Close it with the lipstick. Oh, that's very genius. So you open it up, and once you take out the lipstick, the mirror opens up in there. Someone needs to touch up her makeup. I love how Guerlain always does this thing where you can scan a little QR code and then get a lot of information about the product that you purchased. I do use all the Abeille Royale range from Guerlain at home, and I also am a big fan of their terracotta powder. And whenever I receive those skincare products, I always do the whole QR code thing, and then it will tell you exactly at what part of your skincare routine you need to use the product, etc. That will be it from Guerlain. And then from Sisley, Super Mia, it says it's intensely moisturizing texture, prepares the skin to be more receptive to subsequent products. It's not a very overpowering scent, and it's got a very silky, smooth consistency. I can tell already it's quite fast absorbing. To me, I do love my skincare rituals to have this lightest scent and fragrance in them. I think it adds to that whole me time self-care routine in them. From Sisley as well, we've got an ecological compound, advanced formula, day and night for all skin types. Moisturizing and protecting, it's a highly concentrated plant extract formula, fluid and non-greasy, and it leaves the skin matte and the complexion more radiant. From Sisley as well, they've sent their volumizing spray, which is supposed to help give your hair texture and volume. We're still not done, so let's continue unboxing this. Now from Chanel, they've sent the Coco Mademoiselle Chanel Paris Eau de Parfum. Ooh, Eau de Parfum, nice. I've never used it on myself, but I'm very familiar with its scent because one of my best friends actually uses this as her everyday fragrance. The last thing in here, we've got from Le Beige range from Chanel. They've sent the Water Fresh Tint Foundation. Now this is very funny because you guys know I love this already. I actually have it here on the trip with me, but mine was a limited edition travel version, so it didn't come with the brush, whereas this one will come with the little Chanel de Beige application brush. Oh, that's very soft. As per the product, you will have seen me using it a couple of times. You know I love it. Is it on the right shade? It's my shade. So this could come in handier, to be honest with you. Now, I will obviously be testing out particularly the skincare products to let you know how I get along with them, where I would advise to incorporate them into your routine, etc. As you know, I have quite a bit of stuff to try out normally. I do like to give products a couple of trials before I let you know if there are things that I would incorporate into my routine, how to incorporate them into my routine. And yeah, overall, just a big thank you to the lovely girls at Todo for sending over this goodies. I am chuffed to bits with them. Now I'm going to start waffling. I'm going to get myself changed, head to the beach. We will be moving to the next home tomorrow, and we'll be hosting a friend to stay with us from today onwards until a couple of days. So I'll probably be not vlogging that much, but then as soon as she heads back and I've used all my friend minutes available for the year, I'll be resuming the vlogging, which for you will be in just a couple of seconds, so that's all right. So we've got the beach right over here. So it's a beautiful beachfront property, 3-story building. We've got all of the backyard facilities over there. And then over here, we've got this gorgeous sort of very beachside style entrance. That's the large door that just closed behind me. Now, when you walk over in here on the first floor, there are 3 bedrooms in there, and they all have a magnificent view to the beach. They're all en-suite bedrooms, really lovely, and they all look towards the backyard where there will be the pool. There's a bar area. There's a little like sort of mini football court at the end, and then in there is a lovely covered area to get your asado or barbecue done. There's also a laundry room, a little living room, and a dining room. We've got another gorgeous sighting of the beach. It's a little bit dark still because it's about 6 something in the morning. And then when you come upstairs in here, there are loads of these light areas on the ceiling. We've got another bedroom in here. The architectural forms of it are just gorgeous. This was designed by a very famous house architect called Flores, or Samuel Flores, if I'm not mistaken. And then in here, we've got the sitting area with all the gorgeous views. It's got a viewing to the island. We've got the sea in there. Very lovely. Panoramic view of the living room area. There's another outside living room right here, also with the beautiful beach area. Rumpus telescope. We've got the integrated American style kitchen in here. You're gonna have to excuse the little mess in it, but it's somewhere where we've been living for a week. Dining area, another outside living room. And then this is the other view of the kitchen, which looks down on the courtyard. A really lovely place. And then through here is the master bedroom, which also has the most gorgeous views of the sea, absolutely everywhere you look around to. And then through here, you go into this beautiful sort of walk-in closet area where we've been taking some pictures. So I think you will have seen some pictures in here. And there's a his and hers behind me. We've got his and hers shower as well. There are his and hers toilet. Then a nice large mirror in there with those 2 little light areas as well. You're gonna have to excuse if I'm a little bit slow today, but I'm very sleepy. It's very early for me and we had a late night yesterday. This is where we've been staying at, you guys. It's been a dream of a place. Let's take you a little bit more towards the outside. So this is the beach where we've been walking out every single morning. There are also other facilities downstairs. So there will be a gym. There's also a cinema and a games room, but we haven't taken you there. There's also a huge garage. Yeah, thought you'd enjoy the little tour. Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, we had the loveliest wedding yesterday. My friend Rodrigo and his now wife, Bea, got married in the most gorgeous setting on a classic Punta del Este garden. Such an intimate wedding. I obviously didn't film any of it just out of respect of the privacy of the newlyweds. But we had the most gorgeous time in there. I think where I last left you on the vlog was when we were heading to shop at Sierra Mora. We actually ended up getting a little bit more stuff, and we also did end up getting more stuff at this kind of artisans fair. And yeah, we had just the loveliest time, honestly. I am so grateful to have been here to share that day with them. Everyone whipped their eyes out. Their cousin was actually the one getting them married. It was one of those friends and family ceremony with a lot of anecdotes, a lot of funny moments, a lot of weeping moments as well. So we all had a little bit of a communal catharsis happening, which was so beautiful. And yeah, it was really, really lovely to see one of my old-time friends. You know, we've been friends since we were 3 years old. Now we're getting ready to go for lunch, but before I thought I'd share, I don't know how good the light is in there, but I thought I'd share with you all the goodies I purchased recently here in Punta. We are also having the most gorgeous sunny day. Let me show you. Oh my goodness. I've been loving to wake up with this view every day. It's honestly been such a blessing. Oh my goodness. I just love Uruguayan ocean. It's just a different kind of blue. It just hits different, doesn't it? I don't know. Honestly, I'm obsessed with it, and it's my little happy place. Now, I have a couple of goodies in here to unbox with you. You're just standing on a book, on an agenda, on the most makeshift tripod ever. Let's make do with it, and let's share with you all the recent purchases I did. First off, something from what I was telling you is my absolute favorite brand. I actually have two favorite brands here in Uruguay. That will be Sierra Mora and Agnès Lenoble. They're two sisters, and I would say Sierra Mora is more connected to the countryside roots of Uruguay, whereas Agnès Lenoble, it's a little bit more on that dressier, but still very Uruguayan, loads of leather, loads of raw materials, characteristic side of it. Now, from Sierra Mora, I purchased the most gorgeous trench coat. But this piece was a limited edition piece they released. And once again, very true to the brand and very true to her essence, the designer has gone for a classic trench coat, and she's added a couple of the details that make her brand be it. There's this slits on the sleeves. There's a lot of this camel leather that I see her use season in season after. I actually have an all camel leather jacket from this brand as well, which I absolutely adore. And then the main body of it is in this beautiful wool tweed. Let me show you the detailing on it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. There's a little bit of blue and a couple of greens in there. So we've got some bottle green, we've got some military green, very similar to actually what I'm wearing today. So this might match up nicely together. We're gonna have to try it on later so you can see it. A little bit of branding in there, but just something that blends into the design, not something that's going to stand out very much. For reference, on anyone wanting to purchase their brand online, I am normally a small. I think on everything I own from them, I have a small. And then I love this little countryside detailing in here on the little elbow protection area. All right, I've got husband there doing a little bit of a tripod moment for me. So I'm gonna try to keep this brief, but let's share with you what this one looks like. Such a gorgeous tweed coat, lovely leather detailings right here on the elbow area. We've got the classic sort of opened slit on the sleeves that gives it a little bit more of a casual look. This needs to be steamed. However, I love the idea of that very chic collar in there. It doesn't have any buttons whatsoever. There are some pockets though. It's a very lovely, once again, Uruguayan take on an otherwise classic piece. On this occasion, it's an autumn-winter piece that I think I'm gonna get quite a lot of wear out of. And to be fair with you, I think a piece like this is something I can definitely wear in the beginning of spring in France as well, or anywhere for that matter. Honestly, I think Sierra Mora pieces are the epitome of quiet luxury. I am obsessed with her designs and looking for ready to be back and getting some more. If I find this piece still available, I will link it on the description area down below for you. However, I know this particular coat is something that she's created on a limited edition, but there might be some other colors of wools in which they've done it. So if I do find it still available on their international delivery site, I will definitely make sure to link it down below for you. Now, to continue on this Uruguayan haul, I purchased something from an artisan called Giovanni. He's really good at working with wool. I am a big fan of his work. Every time I'm in Uruguay, I go to this artisan's fair where he exposes his pieces. It's kind of like a first come, first served basis where sometimes you can get a piece that nobody else will have. Like for this one, for example, he had only created one. I like to think I scored myself a one-of-a-kind piece, which it actually is. And it's this beautiful, thin type of wool weave. I know some of you sometimes ask me where I purchase my wool scarves, and most of them will come from there. On this one, we've got a little bit of a fringing happening, and there's this asymmetric weave that he's gone for. It's a beautiful sort of taupey shade. The fact that the wool on this one is a little bit lighter is going to help in being able to wear it when I'm back in France and pulling it out in this springtime coming up soon. There's a couple of ways in which I can wear it. I can wear it as an actual scarf and then just go in there, wrap it up, and just, yeah, your typical scarf style. Or I could actually drape this over the shoulders, which I think is going to be the way in which I'll be wearing it the most. I love the texture it adds. This one draped over a linen dress during summertime. It can be beautiful for a nice like little feminine touch to an outfit on a summer night. And then obviously in wintertime, if I want to layer it under a coat as a normal scarf, it can also add a little bit of warmth and interest to an outfit as well. And then the last piece I purchased during this little Uruguayan haul that I'm sharing with you today will be this wool poncho. Some of you might recognize that I have a scarf on this same weave, same fabric, same type of wool, same type of ending. However, the shape on this one is different. The shape on this one will be a poncho, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the ending. I think this has to be my favorite part of this type of wool. This little poncho, I say little, but it's not little, it's a huge number. The wool on this one is to die for. Let me show you how beautiful and thick the wool on this piece is. You can once again drape over the shoulder and it will just stay in there just with the weight of the wool, or maybe play around with it and tie it down at the front if you want to add a little bit more texture to the outfit. I personally like the idea of draping these pieces over the shoulders. A lovely way to add a little bit of texture, a little bit of warmth, and a little bit of my roots to my everyday outfits in France. Whether it comes to Sierra Mora or to Giovanni, this artisan, I am particularly obsessed with the pieces that they create. I think those are the true representatives of what quiet luxury is, and I am very happy to be able to bring these brands to you and maybe share with you something a little bit different. Done with the unboxing, and now we're gonna leave the house and head to Francis Malman's restaurant, located in an area of Maldonado called Garzón. So Maldonado will be the department here, and we're currently at Punta del Este, as you will have seen already. But now we're heading there for lunch with hubby, and I'm looking very much forward to it. We were supposed to go there a couple of days ago, but there was a big storm. I had to stay in another city. All transports were cancelled. It was just maniac. So I'm looking really forward to be able to actually do this on our last day here. Well, technically our last day here is tomorrow, but tomorrow will be like a full-on family day. We do have a family dinner coming up later today, but before that, let's do a little bit of hubby and wifey time. Now, should I share with you my outfit of the day before we head out? This Sœur jumpsuit, which is in a very sort of thin brushed wool, which I absolutely love for days like today. So autumn has started here already yesterday, but we're still having beautiful sunny days. And I am also wearing Victoria Beckham sunnies, which I think will add a little bit of coolness to the whole outfit. I've got all yellow gold jewelry of Missima earrings, Cartier necklace, Cartier watch, and my usual rings that you're familiar with already. If you haven't seen my what I use on a daily basis jewelry video, I will link it up here for you. And then for shoes, I've actually got my Hermes orange sandals in the denim. I will insert a picture in here of the final look. Now let's head for lunch. We've got some mitas, that will be corn with caramelized onions in here, and then some lovely olives that are planted right by here. A couple of different homemade breads in here, so delicious. Homemade ravioli with some sage sauce, and then the domino potatoes, and then he's got the
Ojo de bife.
ojo de bife. Delicious. Are you liking your lunchy?
A lot.
Dis quoi?
Tu connais rien, toi?
Arrête. We're here waiting for my father to come get us because we finished lunch and we didn't realize we were so low on gas, and now we're completely out of gas. So we're standing here in the middle of, I don't really know much where. It's a beautiful place to be stranded on, and he's going to get us some gas. It's apparently about 40 kilometers away from his house, so hopefully he'll be arriving soon. We don't know yet if he's gonna go, get the... Stop it. Oh my goodness. I think we're just starting to lose our minds in here. My ravioli were delicious. They were homemade ravioli. The olives and the olive oil were coming from a production place right by the restaurant as well. So it's really exquisite. Highly recommended. I think though our favorite restaurant since we've been here has to be Narbona, so the one that you will have seen before on this vlog. This one was also nice, and the place is beautiful to have a little look at. Chilled area. Very happy to have experienced it with you. We're just going to continue maybe playing some card games while we wait for the savior to come with some gas for us. So yeah, I'm gonna end this vlog here. If you have any questions whatsoever, or if you're ever planning to visit Uruguay, do let me know in the comments down below. I'm very happy to send you ideas on itineraries or what things to do.
Gas station.
Gas stations, definitely. Where to eat, where to shop. But I hope you had fun coming along with us, and I'll see you in Paris or Normandy or somewhere in France on the next one. As per usual, everything will be linked on the description bar down below, whether that's restaurants, clothing, and everything we did on this vlog. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.